doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seeding Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member, Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is my teammate, Reese Beckley. Welcome to the show. So Reese is a Nebraska gymnast. She just finished her junior year here. She is from Missouri. She is a transfer from Lindenwood. I was going to look up your major, but I forgot to. What is your major?
Political science.
Okay.
With an emphasis in pre-law.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I was like, it's something like that, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I'm missing from your intro? Anything else about you that's interesting?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Also went to Mizzou my freshman year.
Yeah, so you want me to touch on that as well? I feel like you can kind of get into that later on too.
Yeah.
How about to start? How did you get into gymnastics in the first place?
So my mom was my gymnastics coach. So for a really long time. Yeah. So ever since I was really little, I've been doing it and just kind of stuck with it ever since. And my mom never really pushed me to do college, but just kind of made it here on my own.
That's crazy. So was she like coaching gymnastics like before you were even like born?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have an older sister, but she's been coaching ever since she was 15.
Oh my goodness. Did she do gymnastics?
Yeah, but she got to like level 7.
Okay.
But still did it.
Okay. So you were basically kind of like just destined to do this.
Oh yeah. Flipping in the womb.
Yeah, literally. That's crazy. So at what age did you start then?
I started like mommy and me classes
Yeah.
at like a year.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So what was it like having your mom as a coach?
There was good and there was bad for sure. Definitely a lot of things came home, but my dad doesn't know anything about gymnastics. So I
Okay.
still have that space, and my sisters were also in it, but definitely calling my mom coach in the gym and Heather definitely carried over to home. But
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's crazy.
oh
I
yeah.
feel like I don't know if I could do it. Sorry, mom, but that would be a lot.
Yeah, I went to a camp one time and I was like, oh, my mom wants me to do that. And they were like, we don't care what your mom wants you to do. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, my mom's my coach.
Yeah.
So then I had to call her like Heather coach. From now
Yeah.
on.
Wow. So she was your coach up until you went to college?
Yes. I trained kind of like dual with a team in Kansas City called Fusion with Mike and Jackie. Mike coached here for a little bit in Nebraska.
Okay.
But I did every other weekend with my team and their team. So it was like 12 weekends straight, like college, my junior year. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy. Were there any like conflicts? I feel like that came from that. Like when you ended up like switching coaches that like wasn't your mom? Like or was that like just like a fine transition?
It was okay. At first, it was kind of wishy washy, but they are like, they've been in my life for a long time. So I already knew them. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
big. And I also like lived with them and their kids.
Wait,
So,
what?
oh, yeah, I lived with Mike and Jackie for a year.
Okay.
So that was like a really good experience. They live on a farm,
Oh, nice.
helped with all the animals and everything.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty good. I came back and forth a lot of driving from St. Louis to Kansas City.
And those are both in Missouri, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I was like, okay, so it's like a couple hours.
It's like 4.5.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't too short.
No. And I was like freshly 16, like
Okay.
driving my truck as a 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a specific reason why you ended up training or like living with them?
Yeah, it was kind of like my mom was like, I've coached you your entire life. You need to get different coaches before you go to college. And it's like a culture shock.
Yeah, true.
Which definitely was. Like,
Mhm.
you have to be a lot more respectful when they're not your mom and just being like, Mom, no.
Yeah. Oh wow. Was that interesting with like your teammates, for example? Like if you were just like kind of not being like disrespectful, but just being like more blunt with your mom, and then like how did that affect like with your other teammates?
Oh, yeah. They would definitely be like, Will you go talk to your mom about this? Or like even the other coaches, because I would just be like, What are we doing? Like, why are we
Yeah.
doing this? And she'd be like, I don't really know. Like anybody else, she'd be like, "Ugh, that's disrespectful. Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
So it was honestly nice to like have that person. And my younger sister is graduating this year.
Okay.
So there's not going to be any of us in the gym. And she's like, Am I going to have to be in the team group chat? Like, how am I going to get all this information out? I'm like, Good luck. I have no idea.
Yeah. So you have an older and a younger sister.
Yes.
Okay, you're the middle child. I didn't know that. I feel like
Yes.
maybe I did, but I don't know. But okay, that makes sense. You're kind of like my middle sister, so that
Oh,
actually
yeah. I
does
feel like
make
I give
sense.
off very middle child.
Yeah. No, you definitely do. So your youngest sister, is she going to do college gymnastics at all?
Yes. She's not committed anywhere yet, but
Okay.
she's talking to like some D3 schools. She's talking to like Rockport and then one
Sweet.
of the UW schools.
Okay. That's really cool. So talk a little bit about what your gymnastics journey was like over the I don't know, like your last kind of years of high school and then transitioning into college, and then you can touch on your different college experiences too.
Oh, yes. I would say I definitely was a late bloomer. I was not somebody who was like on the elite path or like a crazy little JO gymnast.
Okay.
But it was definitely like my junior year where I started to kind of peak and like find my rhythm and just kind of like I had all the skills, but like cleaning it up for college because I came from a gym that was like, well, just chuck everything and see how it goes.
Mhm.
But cleaning it up and Mike and Jackie like obviously helped with that because Mike was a college coach, so he was like, nope, we're not doing that. Like nipped it right in the butt.
Mhm.
Um, so that was really nice. And then I committed my junior year to Mizzou with Shannon, and then John ended up leaving, who's now at Cal.
Okay.
So my senior year, I was just kind of like, it was smooth, like really smooth sailing. And then went to Mizzou, obviously. Pretty good team. They had 6 incoming freshmen who were really good. And it was just kind of like not my training style that like really was working for me at the time. It was more like Mike and Jackie of like drills, 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 and all that. And I just like, just didn't work.
Yeah.
So then obviously transferred to Lindenwood in St. Charles. That was like 10 minutes away from my hometown. It was perfect.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, like could literally live at home if I wanted to.
Mhm.
Didn't. That would have been wild.
Yeah, no, that
But
would have been a lot for sure.
it was like kind of like a hometown hero moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, actually, yeah, go into that a little bit more because I remember you telling me that because you were so close to home, like you knew everyone almost
yeah,
at college.
I knew everybody at college, and it was really special because all of my little like club teammates or people I coach at club came to every single meet. They had a whole section of like just my family, my friends, like anybody could go. And I also had friends at Lindenwood from high school, so that was really nice. And Lindenwood was like 80% athletes. It was like an
Oh,
all
okay.
athlete school. It was private little school, nothing like here at UNL.
Okay.
Maybe like a quarter of it. But yeah, it was really special just having everybody around. It was really nice. You're far from home.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it's interesting hearing about that because this is the only US college experience that I know,
Yeah.
and, like, literally the only US university that I've ever been in or, like, really know about, so it's really interesting hearing about how, like, it was, like, mostly athletes at that school.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be so interesting.
It was definitely really interesting, but also, like, a very supportive culture, like, we went
I
to
could see that.
everything.
Mhm,
It was kinda like we had, like, a support lions, like, type of thing where we would all go to everybody's events, so that was really nice,
mhm.
but it was definitely interesting. We didn't even have, like, an athletic dining hall, but, like, everybody was athletes, so
Oh, yeah, okay.
it was just kinda different, but definitely smaller because 'cause you've
Mhm.
never been to, like, obviously a
Yeah.
small school, like, the resources, like, that we have here are nothing like the ones like, in our training room, all we had was, like, a stem and an ultrasound. That was it. So
Okay.
it was a bit of, like, a culture shock when I came here, even though I was from Mizzou, like,
Yeah.
I knew it, I just haven't, like, done it in a long, long time.
Mhm.
So, it was nice, all the facilities. I mean, we practiced out of a club gym there.
In Lindenwood?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
It was like a little club gym. We had to switch the bar rails out every day to college and make the
Mhm.
mats harder and everything, so
Oh, that's kinda nice, though. Were you able to interact with, like, the club kids at all?
a little bit towards the end of practice because
Okay.
we, like, went in during the day and then they practiced at night, obviously, but, yeah, it was pretty nice, and they all came to our meets,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
and then we got cut,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but, like, building that huge foundation of, like, a support system, I was able to go out to every club gym in the area because my mom's a coach, so they're all friends, so we were able to, like, go gain support and find funding and all that, and we raised a lot of money, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, just wasn't enough,
So,
I guess. That's
yeah,
crazy. What was that like? Cause did you find out during season?
it was December 1st.
Okay, so it was, like, right before season
Yeah,
started.
right before season, and it was our black and gold was the next day.
Okay.
So we were supposed to do our, like, feel out the gym equipment and everything that night, and Caitlin was like took us all out to ice cream and was like, "Nobody come in later," and it was like we were all so emotional, obviously,
Mhm.
and it was really hard, but it was really good to have each other, and I, like, went up to Caitlin and I was like, "Can we go in tonight? Like, all we need to be doing is just, like, gymnastics, being around each other," and every single person except 2 people showed up that night. Like,
Okay.
all we wanted to do was just be in the gym, be with each other, like, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
And that was kind of the mentality for, like, the whole year was, like, leaving our legacy
Mhm.
on Lindenwood because that's the last ever.
Yeah.
And it was special because I went to the first ever Lindenwood gymnastics meet. Like,
Really? So
yeah,
how long have they been, like, a team for?
12 years.
Okay.
So I went to the first ever, and then I
Mhm.
was at the last ever, like,
Like, actually competing in it too.
yeah, like,
Wow.
very full circle moment. Um, it was nice and kinda was what it was. We ended the season on a USAG national champ, MIC national
Mhm.
or MIC conference champion, so it was definitely a good way to go out, and it was just one of those things where it was, like, no regrets because every day we were just in there, like, doing the absolute most because
Mhm.
why not?
Yeah. And based on what I've heard, you were like a star there too, right? Because you were just telling me about these awards that you got.
Yes, I did get newcomer of the year and then our, like, spark of the year at our
Okay.
banquet, and the first one was called Roars, which was, like, our night at the lead,
Mhm.
but yeah, it was definitely cool to be a star, I would say, like,
Yeah.
competing 3 events, and it wasn't a question of, like, whether I was in lineup or not, but
Mhm.
I do really well with that because I'm not like, "Don't mess up, don't mess up." I'm
Yeah,
like,
for
"I'm gonna get a
sure.
9.9, I'm gonna do this."
Mhm.
So, definitely a different mentality, but it was nice.
That's so cool. So what was the transition like from Lindenwood to here? Like the recruiting process and then like the differences between
Yeah.
the 2 that you
So,
could
I
find?
decided I was gonna quit after
Okay.
the entire season. I was like, "I'm gonna be done. I'm not doing it, whatever." And then at my end of the year meeting, the coaches were like, "At least reach out to a couple schools." And I was
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." And then it was like a couple weeks after I called the head coach and I was like, "I can't be done.
Yeah.
Like this is not happening." And I reached out, got a lot of offers, and I reached out to Heather, but she didn't have any spots at the time. So I was like, "Okay, like not a big deal."
Mhm.
And I actually told my mom when we were here at the meet last year for
Yeah.
Lindenwood at Nebraska. I was like, Mom, if I'm going to transfer anywhere, it's going to be to Nebraska.
Okay.
And she was like, why? And it was like your senior night.
Yeah.
And like when the Italian
Mhm.
anthem came on, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is like such a special place.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm going to go anywhere, it's going to be there. And I wanted to follow Sam.
Yes.
And I was like, if I'm not following Sam or Caitlin, I'm not doing gymnastics.
That makes
And Sam
sense.
called me and was like, reach out to Heather.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. So I like reached out, and my mom and Heather have been friends for a long time.
Okay.
So I reached out to her, and she was like, can we get you on a plane tomorrow to come out? And I was like, actually, it's my boyfriend's birthday, so can we just wait till the weekend? And I came on a visit and accepted like on my visit in her office. So that was really cool. I would say the differences between here and Mizzou aren't as big as between Lindenwood and here. Lindenwood and here, huge difference.
Mhm.
Even like within the team culture and coaching staff and everything, it's just a lot like less relaxed here. Like at Lindenwood, you could really do whatever you wanted. Like one meet, I said, I'm gonna try a front double full. And Caitlin was like, you can't do that. And I was like, yes, I can. And I did it.
And you
we
just did
put
it in the
in.
meet?
No, I did it the day before. And then
Okay.
we put it in.
Okay.
So it was kind of like we didn't have it. Like we competed layout on vault.
Okay.
Like just your Chinko layout. So if you had any type of twisting vault, you were in the lineup.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just like playing gymnastics, and that's kind of where like my love from gymnastics like came back because I
Yeah.
was just able to like
Yeah.
compete free and just play, which was so nice, even for just a year, like
Mhm.
just to regain it back. So that when I got here, I was like not miserable
Yeah.
with gymnastics and the sport itself.
Yeah.
So that definitely helped.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. I love that. I feel like I'm starting to realize kind of what that's like over the last, like, I don't know, 2 weeks. I go in once a week now that I'm
Yeah.
retired and just like play. And I'm literally like, all right, I'm going to go play gymnastics today. And it's like, it's just so much more fun that way.
Yeah, no, it's so freeing up, like without any expectations.
Hmm. So, how would you describe or like talk about your first season here? We just finished a couple weeks ago.
My first season here, I feel like I finally got into my rhythm towards the end of season.
Hmm.
Not being like, I don't want to step on people's toes or I don't want to mess up or like come off too strong because I
Mhm.
would say like I have a pretty strong personality and I'm pretty loud. So I just wanted to like gain everybody's respect. And I think I did a pretty good job of that and like made really good connections. I think something that's very special about our team is like you can talk to anybody about anything.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Like some of the other teams I've been on, there's groups or little cliques or like sides of the team, and like
Mhm.
our team is definitely very accepting. So that was really nice. And even like my gymnastics wasn't my best year of gymnastics. That was definitely like I've made so many more connections and real connections this year than I have in the past.
Okay.
But definitely towards the end of it, like kind of finding my rhythm, not getting nervous on floor, and just being able to like have fun and perform
Hmm.
was really enjoyable.
Yeah. I love that because when you first competed your first meet versus like the last meet, like just the amount of fun and like
Yeah.
expression in your dance and just like you just looked so happy being out there and like watching that growth over the meets was super exciting to watch. It was just like, oh,
Thanks,
you just
Spency.
you just looked so happy.
Yeah, it
And it's
definitely was more
contagious
fun.
too. Yeah. Yeah. I really love that. Was there a difference in like the crowds, for example, at our meets versus Lindenwood? Like,
Oh,
did that
yeah.
affect anything? Like, did that feel weird at all?
I mean, it was definitely smaller at Lindenwood, but I would say it's less pressure here because I don't like have all the little girls who are looking up to me like from my club gym who know
Yeah.
me really well, like in the stands. But
Mhm.
here it's just kind of like Husker Nation is just different. Like they definitely show up, they show
Mhm.
out, and they are doing the most, and I love it. I love the energy in there.
Mhm. What would you say your favorite memory of this season has been?
Favorite memory, I would definitely say probably our last competition at regionals and
Mhm.
just the emotion afterwards. And I was like, it was very emotional for me because I was like, I didn't think I was ever going to care about a team as much as I did. And
Yeah.
like, I was like, I can't believe the seniors are leaving. Like, I
Mhm.
love all of you. And just the fact that you guys are like done, I have not processed yet.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I have either.
And like, when we were all emotional after the meet, I was like, oh my gosh, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, the whole year, it just flies by. And that was, like, emotional, but it was also, like, really, really rewarding, and Sam came up to me, and he was like, can I finally say I told you so that you shouldn't have been done with gymnastics? I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. And even though it wasn't our best meet, I feel like the vibes were just like still there. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
people were a little bit disappointed when mistakes were made, but like overall, I feel like it was a good experience. And for me, I was just so like trying to be grateful and embrace everything because it was probably going to be my last meet. And I don't know, it definitely is like the most memorable for me too.
Yeah. And even like the mistakes that were made, like that's not us as a team,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really define us. It's kind of like things happen in our sport where you only have one chance to do it perfect, and it's either you're on that day or you're not.
Yeah, like even for example, when I fell on my floor turn and I was like, oh my God, I get up and I'm laughing, looking at you guys. You guys are laughing back at me in the middle of my routine. Like it was just not unserious, but like it
Just
was
lighthearted,
Yeah, like it was just like, all right, I'm just gonna try and enjoy this as much as I can, like making faces.
Yeah.
I made a sad face at you after my last pass. I was like, that was my last routine. Yeah, that was just overall fun time. Do you feel like, I don't know, what would you say like the lows were of the season?
The lows, I would say, also that meet, and like
Yeah.
since like I am gonna be a senior next year, like making sure like we decide now, like we are not gonna end the season like that next year. Like we have done too much, and especially with like a big class coming in, getting them on board right away is just a big deal to me and something that needs to happen.
Yeah, no, that's really good. We'll touch on that. I want to talk about your senior year mindset a little bit in the next segment, but we will head over to our first break. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Reese Beckley.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Vershawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't have to cross your fingers when digging into the ground this spring. Start every project with a call to Nebraska 811 so utilities like LES can mark their buried lines and you can avoid injury and power outages.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is my teammate, Reese Beckley. So going off of our last segment, I wanted to touch on what your thoughts are going into your senior year, Nebraska.
Yeah, we have a lot of seniors now.
Mhm.
Nine, I added, 6?
Yeah, I think there'll be 6 of you.
I mean, definitely. You have a big senior class too, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to navigate. You all really have to be on the same page. So definitely step one, getting us all on the same page and making sure that dynamic is good. And kind of, I want to hear from the underclassmen or the returners, like what they want from us and what they need from us, because I feel like the best leaders on a team are kind of there for you and what you need and not what they think is best for the team.
Okay.
So definitely hearing from them. I think we're going to have a meeting within the next couple weeks
with the whole team.
Yeah, with the returners. And
Okay.
just see what they want from us or what their concerns are. I would love to know from them what their concerns are with me, being a senior, so that I can figure that out now.
Okay.
So kind of figuring that out. Definitely high goals. There's no reason we shouldn't be in day 2 of not nationals, day 2 of Big Tens or day 2 of regionals or night session. I just really think something we need to figure out as a team is why not us? We practice a top 5 team and then we go out there and it doesn't translate as much as for say Lindenwood. We did not know how to practice and it just happened on meet day. So it was very different this year. And even when I hurt my leg and I got a second to take a step back, I was we look phenomenal. We look so good. And even in our inner squads right before regionals. So just instilling that mindset in the team of we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's not us, then you just pave the way for the classes below you. And it's your class was really big on that. And I was even looking at other teams and what was the team that Brian Audia brought up to us that they went from 20th. Do you remember?
Stanford?
Stanford, was it?
Yeah, I think it's
But even,
Stanford.
like, teams like Stanford or Mizzou, like, in 5 years, they go from their 3rd this year, and they
Mhm.
were 19th and 20th.
Yeah.
Like, looking at, like, how do teams do that? And I was at, I would say, a changing point in the Mizzou program. So,
Mhm.
like, I already have kinda dealt with that and, like, how you, like, bring the team to the next level.
Mhm.
So, definitely working more on that as a team and also just the why not us mindset, something we kinda talked about briefly
Yeah.
before going into regionals, but just, like, why not us? Leave it all out on the floor. Like, this year, I kinda felt like I had regrets, which
Mhm.
I didn't at Lindenwood, and I think that's because I was like, "Why not?" Like, we have nothing to lose,
Yeah.
literally nothing. We're cut. There could be nothing after this.
Mhm.
So, why not? So, if we get everybody on the same page and have that mindset of just leaving it all on the floor, I hope that next year will end with no regrets and hopefully just improving the team in several dynamics, like
Mhm.
culturally and with hopefully our NQS and everything.
Yeah, for sure, and you're so right about that because we looked so good. Like, preseason, our inner squads, like,
Yes.
we looked the strongest that we have ever since I've been here,
Yeah.
leading up to the meets, and I feel like, yeah, we just had a hard time having it, like, all come together,
Mhm.
and I was even talking to Heather about that. Like, I personally don't even feel like I had a meet where everything came
Yeah.
together. Like, even I feel like Big Tens was probably the closest, but then I hopped out of bounds on floor. So it's
Yeah.
like, I didn't even, like, as an individual, have a meet where everything just, like, worked and came together, and I don't
Yeah.
really know why. Like, her and I were talking about that, like, my exit meeting. We're trying to figure out, like, how did that happen? But I don't know. It's so interesting how it doesn't change when you compete, but, like, somehow it
Yeah.
does.
It's frustrating because you don't salute your arms and think you're gonna mess up.
Mhm.
Like, that's not the mindset, and your mindset's the same every single time, but sometimes things just happen, and even as a team, I would say that Big Fours was the closest we came to
Mhm.
bringing it all together in a meet, but we have such phenomenal athletes, and together as a team, we are so strong, and I think that some people don't see that. And we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna struggle next year with losing so many seniors and so many routines and 2 all-arounders, but I think as long as we get the freshmen, like, acclimated very quickly
Mhm.
and they know that they have a place on this team and we give them what was promised on their visit, because I think that's so important. Like, if you are telling them that they are gonna have this experience, why not give it to them? Like,
Mhm. For sure.
I went on a team where I didn't feel that way, so just getting really close to those freshmen really quick would be awesome.
Yes, especially with so many of them coming in too,
Yes.
like, they're definitely gonna make an impact when they come in. We're gonna need to use their routines probably too because 'cause we're losing so many. So, yeah, I think just getting them feeling comfortable and
Yeah.
settled in is gonna be really good.
And that's a great way for my class to leave an impact is on
For
those
sure,
freshmen
yeah.
because 'cause they're gonna be there for 4 years longer than us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big class, and they're gonna make a huge difference in this program.
Yeah, for sure, it's just kinda carrying on that tradition to the next generation
Right.
that's gonna keep it going, so, that's so special, I love the way that you frame that.
Yeah, what do you
100%.
think was there a certain class that you, like, when they came in, you were like, "We can do this, like, it's gonna get so much better."
I feel like there's been people from every class.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's been moments where it's like, "We got this." And, honestly, every year since I've been here, we've gotten better and better, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't show, like, in our last score, I guess, like,
Right.
finishing 28th, but going into regionals, like, we were looking
Yeah.
really good. We were scored really well and, like, in a good ranking. So I just feel like every year we've had people come in and they just I mean, we've also had transfers coming in, so that's also been really
True.
helpful. Every year I've been here, we've had at least one transfer, which has also been really helpful. Um, yeah, I feel like there's just been moments every season or, like, every preseason where, like, "Oh my god, this is the best we've looked," and then next year we're like, "This is the best we've looked," and then this is the best, so it's just like we kept building off of that momentum.
Yeah.
Um, and just the more that we got to know each other and understand each other and just brought like closer to each other, I
Yeah.
feel like is how we started to compete and perform better too.
True. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's definitely was a turning point in our team this year even
Mhm.
when everybody got really close and even the senior class. like got so close, and
Mhm.
everybody trusted them and trusted the captains. And you guys had a pretty easy job this year. Like we did pretty good.
I know. Yeah. No, thank goodness. And it's interesting how like late the captains were chosen in the year
Right.
too. So it's like we don't have to do much at that point, you know? It's like, all right, let's go, season.
Oh
Um,
yes, I made a group chat with the incoming freshmen, and
You did?
it's just so many questions off the bat.
Already?
Yeah, because I was just telling them about paperwork because, as you know, I've done paperwork every year for
Yeah.
being a newcomer. So paperwork is not the most fun part, and it's
Mhm.
confusing.
Yeah. No,
So I was
that's
like, if you
true.
guys have any questions, let me know. And oh, there were questions.
Mhm. Yeah, someone that did that for us my freshman year coming in was Kinsey Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did meet her this year when she would commentate. She was really great at that. Like gave us a list right away. Here are things that you should pack for the dorms, and like
Yeah.
here's what it's going to be like when you live there. And that was really helpful because I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
Like I
Oh,
really
for
just
sure.
didn't. So that will mean a lot to the freshmen, I'm sure, coming from you.
Yes, we've put a whole list together, Molly and I mainly, of what they need for their dorms, what they're gonna
Mhm.
wear to lift, how early they should be there for lift.
Yeah.
It's just
So
things you
many
don't even
things.
think of
Mhm.
because they're so used to their club schedule. It's gonna be quite a shock.
Definitely. Do you
But
feel like it was a shock for you when you got here? Like, in that way? Like, were the structures of I guess, our training and our lists and stuff different?
yes, I would say definitely. We definitely get to everything a lot earlier than my other teams. Like we get
Okay.
to practice like an hour early most days.
No, I don't. I, like, come in, like, 15 minutes before we start, and I'm rushing, but some people get there so early.
And how fast we do the lifts.
Oh,
We
I
are
know.
efficient.
It's crazy. Like, I can't breathe sometimes because 'cause we're just running around lifting.
Yes, that I was not used to.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely those 2 things are the biggest. And the long walk on campus. You could walk from one side of Lindenwood campus to the other in, like, 6 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah, not here.
So, like, I didn't really look at my classes before the first day,
Mhm.
and I probably should have because some of them are a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, definitely. Hmm. Alright, well, transitioning kinda from there, how would you say that you've been managing the transition from season to off season? Has that been hard? Has that been an adjustment in any way for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been nice having a little bit more free time. I have been in the gym, like, every day.
I know, I've seen that.
So maybe less for me than others, but kind of just I'm trying to get it all done now, so I have no regrets next year. I'm trying to get back on bars and vault and upgrade my skills on floor and kind
Beam?
of nope, no, didn't mention beam, but definitely getting those back so that when season's up, I'm ready to just hit the ground running
Mhm.
and go and trying to clean things up so that they're not like nagging little things that I need to like work at all year long.
Yeah, it'll be more automatic by the time, like, preseason comes around.
That's the goal.
Okay, I love that. I was gonna ask after that question was, like, how do you stay motivated? But you kinda just answered that. It's more like motivation for next year already.
Yeah, definitely next year already. And I also really don't want to come back being this sore or ripping on my
Fair.
hands.
That's true.
Like I'm trying to get it all out of the way now. So when I come back, it's a little bit easier of a transition.
Especially the preseason workouts
Oh,
and
yes.
summer too. Oh my goodness.
But like at this point, it's the last one. Like I might as well.
That's been my mentality, um, all season, honestly, and even preseason. I was like, "Oh, this leg circuit sucks." So I'm like, "You know what? Like, there's only a couple more times I'm ever going to have to do this."
Right.
And that was very helpful.
Oh, yes.
Very helpful. Same thing with, like, lifts by the end of season, I was, like, counting down, "This is second last time I'll ever have to do the lift. Last time I'll ever have to do the lift."
Right.
It makes it
No,
better.
that is nice. I was even doing that like with the full Monday warm up. Like we don't have it that many more times because during season we don't do it all that often
No.
because we have a lot of Mondays off.
Mhm.
So that was nice. I appreciated those days.
For sure. Do you have any hobbies or anything that you do outside the gym?
I like to fish and I like to hunt. It's
Okay.
actually opening week in Missouri for turkey hunting.
Are you gonna
So,
go?
nope, missing that this year. My friend just texted me before the show that she shot a gobbler. So I was like, get one for me. But she doesn't have another tag. So she said she couldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, bass fishing, crappie fishing, going down to the lake.
There's not much fishing around here, is there?
I haven't even looked. I
Yeah,
just kind of
I was gonna say,
assumed
just
no.
feels like there's none. I don't know.
Yeah, probably Lake of the Ozarks is closest.
Oh yeah, that's kind of far. That's like 6 hours, isn't it?
Depends where you
Ish.
go.
Okay.
But yeah, can be.
Dang. So, is there anything? I guess so. You're in the gym basically every day, so you don't even really have time to do like extra hobbies right now either. Or do you think there's still like things that you do now that you probably wouldn't do during season?
No, pretty much the same schedule. When I go home, yes. But
Okay.
while I'm here, it's just I'm in a different mindset here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You're locked in.
I'm locked in for sure. But hot tubbing. I do love my hot tub in my apartment.
That is nice.
But it's more of just like spending time with people that I really didn't get to like keep up on those relationships during season as much. So just maintaining those, and I'm somebody who really likes to like hang out with everybody on the team and just like check up with everybody, make sure everybody's good, all the things. So definitely like getting to see like everybody again and all the different groups. Like we're together, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of gymnastics, like when we're hanging out, it doesn't need to be talk about gymnastics. Like we're so much more than that as people. So
And I think that's something that's been really special about this team is that we do talk about the future. We talk about things that we think each other would be good at,
right.
and kind of just uplift each other in a way that's not just related to sports.
Right. Definitely. And I think we all are like so much more than sports, which is like so special specifically about this team is we all have something we're like very good at or passionate about outside of sports, which makes balancing it so much easier.
For sure. And all of us are so different, I feel like, too.
Yes.
Like, there aren't really, like, two people that you can be like, those are, like, the same people.
Yeah,
Because
no.
everyone's just got their own kind of vibes going and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely special.
Yeah. Ugh, I love our team, though. They're good.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to head into our final break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Reese Beckley.
I tried to hide my cigarette smoking. Then I was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage smoking did to my heart. It shocked everyone because they thought I was healthy. Yet because I smoked, I had a severe heart condition that nearly killed me. My tip is, you may be able to hide your smoking from the world, but you can't hide from the damage smoking does to your body.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Excited for the upcoming spring season and the warmer temps, and they want you to get outside and be active. Fleet Feet's Fit ID process takes a free 3D image of your feet to help runners and walkers alike find comfortable tennis shoes and inserts that ease pain associated with plantar fasciitis, bunions, and more. Get back on your feet this spring with a trip to Fleet Feet, open 7 days a week at 77th and Pioneers. You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner. focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Runners, are you ready? The 48th Annual Lincoln Marathon takes over the streets on Sunday, May 4th. Whether you're chasing a personal best, conquering your first race, or just in it for the bragging rights, this race is for you. Sign up for the full or half marathon today at lincolnmarathon.org, but don't wait, spots are filling fast. Join thousands of runners or line up along the course to cheer them on and make race day unforgettable. The Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon, your finish line is waiting. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest tonight is my teammate, Reese Beckley. For this last segment, we are going to do some rapid fire questions, but if you need time to think or elaborate on your answers, feel free. The first one I have for you is describe our team using 3 words.
Confident, disciplined, and energetic.
Wow, those are awesome. You're like the quickest person that I've had on the team to ask that, to like have an answer ready.
Nice.
Those are good words.
Thank you. Tried my hardest.
If you could do any skill without having to learn it in a routine, what would it be?
In a routine has to be something on floor that I don't need cardio for. So maybe like a double last pass.
I was going to say the last pass. That's a good one. Do you know how to do double?
One time did it.
Okay.
To a pick.
That's sick. I have no idea how, and I don't want to learn. Too scary.
Yeah.
If you were to switch places with somebody on the team for a day, who would you choose?
Probably Gigi.
Really?
I'd want to see the modeling side of everything.
Yeah, no, I think that's so cool. Like we literally, one of our teammates is literally a model, like
a real model. Like that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Like she literally had a gig like last week.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, that would be really
And
interesting.
then came to practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I could do that personally.
No,
I feel like the camera got me. I'd be like,
oh, same for sure.
What is your go-to hype song before a meet?
I Lived by One Republic.
I love that one.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
Yeah, I made like a clip during COVID to that song, like a TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I look back at it, I'm like, I made it. Like
Yeah.
this is what I've been dreaming about since a kid.
Oh, that's so sweet. What is your go-to meal after a meet?
Go-to meal after a meal, it's like a burger
Mm-hmm.
and some electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
I have to.
Okay.
Like I will wake up with the biggest headache.
Okay. Fair
Just
enough.
Too much yelling.
Yeah. No, that's so true. What is your favorite event?
Favorite event? Not beam. To practice bars, I love swinging bars. It's so freeing, but to compete floor.
Okay, yeah, I make the exact same. I don't like beam, love bars, but competing floors.
And vault is like a second long.
Yeah, it's literally just there. You just run, you flip over it, you land.
Like you salute again. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not much to it.
No.
What is your favorite skill?
Favorite skill is a double out off bars. When I tore my shoulder and had surgery, I had dreams about double outs for months.
Like good dreams or bad dreams?
Like I would just double out.
Did you like land it successfully?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Stuck it every time.
Mm-hmm. It would just happen.
Oh yeah, every time.
Okay, sweet. Who on the team do you think is the best at TikTok?
Best at TikTok, Low.
TikToker. I know. I just
has
love
to be.
I love Love's TikToks.
It has to be. Her day in the life, I live for them.
Yeah, no, I love those too.
And her 7 brew reviews, I take those to heart. I really listen.
I need to try those out. I think I've only ever been to 7 brew like once.
I've
I know.
been 3 times this week.
I know. I was gonna say you go all the time.
I go every day I can.
Isn't there a new one that's gonna be opening
Yes.
up like close to campus
Close.
too? Yeah,
But I'll probably go to the further one because you know the line.
Mm.
It's probably gonna be really busy, but
That's true.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'll have to try it out. And last question. I think I know the answer. But if you could switch sports, what would you choose?
What's your guess?
Volleyball?
Obviously,
Yeah.
volleyball.
You're so good at volleyball
It's
too.
the most fun sport. I'm just convinced.
Mhm.
What about you?
I don't know. I feel like a non-ball sport.
I just thought about you trying a new sport.
I'm so uncoordinated and it's crazy. But like I actually am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not athletic. You're just gymnastics.
Yeah, that's it. No ball sports, nothing. I don't know. I don't even know what I can't even think of anything. I don't know.
Dance, maybe?
Mm,
Ice
nah.
skating? That's Canada.
Ice skating? I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Fair enough.
Probably just nothing. But yeah, anyways, I'll get back to you. I'll think about it.
All right.
That's a wrap on tonight's show. You were listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Reese Beckley.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference